Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, or maybe good morning if you are across the pond. Today, I am excited to welcome you back to the Olga Show, and I'm even more excited to welcome this amazing, wonderful, very smart, and I would say in one word, even the queen of a Feng Shui, Claire Boscq-Scott. She's the lady, if you remember, who absolutely scrutinized, and I'm not afraid to use this word, my house, in actually my living room, my entrance, and my dining room. And today we are going to do the office area. Claire, I'm so super excited, so super nervous,
Are you?
and I'm so super
Are you
grateful.
really?
Of course I am.
That's not what you messaged me this morning.
I am excited. I am excited because you are such a high specialist in this field. And I am passionate about Feng Shui, but I'm not a specialist. I don't specialize in that. But I do believe in the power of energy. I do believe in the power of Feng Shui. And before we go on a big scale into scrutinizing my office today, again, right? Maybe you can tell us a bit more details about Feng Shui in general, and maybe also in a few words, your journey towards this big thing, just for those people who haven't seen the previous show before. Off to you, darling.
Sure. So thank you very much for having me. And again, so it wasn't that bad the first time that you're asking me to do it again, right? So it was, well, really, people will know me in the customer experience industry. This is what I've been doing for the last 10 years. Employee experience, customer experience, mystery shopping, those are the kind of words you would know me from. And really, with the pandemic coming upon us, and all those restrictions, we've had to work from home, we've had to do things that we never thought we would do before. We're suddenly realizing that our environment has a huge effect on how we are, or some people realize and some don't realize, and I think that's the problem. And although I have been, you know me on the sex industry, I have been studying and I have been following a passion for Feng Shui. And Feng Shui is those ancient Chinese principles which have been being used over 5,000 years ago and has been westernized. And, there's been a lot of different schools teaching it and interpreting the interpretation of the principles which were used 5,000 years ago, which are no longer, as relevant the way they were. And so it really is about utilizing the principles and putting them into a business environment need. So I kind of decided to bring the Feng Shui and actually create a new program, a new method, which will blend those principles, which are so powerful, but will then align with the flow of the business and the people within the business, the environment. So it's all about the energy and all about how do you feel in your environment. If you feel good, you feel supported, you're going to drive, you're going to be productive, you really kind of, well, yes, I can do this. If you feel drained, if you feel tired, if you're procrastinating, you're just not going to be productive at all. So we need to be able to shift that energy and actually create an energy which is a lot more and exciting. So bringing some yang energy, or actually bringing a little bit of yin energy, and really balancing those energies so you can feel good in your workspace. Does that make sense, Olga?
It totally makes sense, my darling. Totally makes sense. I'm just really worried right now because on my screen I cannot see you. So let me just see if I can see you on the other screen. I'm not really sure why. Because Oh no, actually, I can see you there. I can see you there. Yeah, because I was just switching off the network because I could see that my image was a bit blurry. That's exactly what we were discussing. But maybe actually there is something in my office that's very spooky that I cannot see you. I don't know. But I love the fact how you describe your journey as a discovery, right? And also what I gathered from you is that it is a science. It is in a sense, it's something like gravity. It's something what we need to be aware of. It's something what we need to learn about, how to play with it and how to use it, but how not to abuse it. And unfortunately, so many people are abusing that. So I'm really excited to share with people the tips about Feng Shui, the rules of Feng Shui and how they can really thrive. Exactly what we're talking today about, how they can thrive through the power of Feng Shui. So are you ready to share your expertise with us today?
Let's do this. Let's do this. And I think, in the Western environment, a lot of people will call it environment psychology. And over the years, as I was, hiding the fact that I was doing Feng Shui, I was calling it environment psychology because it's a lot more corporate. It's a lot more, what is Claire doing now? It's all a bit woo-woo, that Feng Shui thing, when actually it is all about the environment and how the environment affects us. And this is scientists, like you said, there's researchers who proven and demonstrated that our environment affects our state of being, the way we feel, the way we think, and then the way we behave. So it is very much, it's not woo-woo, it's very much something that, whether you're understanding it or not, that's a different story, but it's something that is true and it's around us all the time.
Very, very true. And the fact that you say you were hiding that is very interesting because we all have some of the dark side of us, which we are hiding, right? But I think this dark side called Feng Shui is very, very good to hide because, yes, it's something what not everybody will understand. And as a result, of course, you will hide it. And I must admit, I was also hiding, I'm into that because again, it's not something what you go into networking event and you discuss with all these SEOs and HR and high flying people, right? So have you done your desk by the Feng Shui today?
Right.
Because I want to talk, right?
And I think that's what it is, working in the CX industry and EX industry for such a long time. You are also used to talking that same language. And as soon as you start shifting it, but I do truly believe, Olga, that if anything that pandemic has taught us is to bring more care for our employees, is to really kind of look at how we do business, how we care for our customers, how we care for our employees, and how do we care for our environment. And that's the loop, isn't it? That is the whole loop. If we look after our environments, we'll feel good in ourselves, we'll give that great customer experience. So
Absolutely.
simple, right?
So simple.
So,
But it's like that obvious thing that is so simple and yet you can't see it, right?
yeah,
That's why we need
totally.
you. That's why we need
Totally.
Claire. And Claire can come to your office, she can come to your environment, have a
Ourselves.
scan, and make changes. So that's very exciting.
So are you ready? Shall we get started, right?
Am I ready? No. Shall we get started? Yes.
Yes. Okay, so the
Let's do it.
type, so like I said, there's different type of schools of Feng Shui. And I used more of the more Western B2B kind of school. And in that kind of school, we start with the door. And the door is the mouth of your the she, right? It's where the energy goes in, right? So I would like you to stand by your door as if you were walking into your office from your corridor.
Let's do it. Okay. So in that
Okay.
case, would be this. So this would be my door, which I don't have a door now. I don't have a door now because the door was opening
Oh,
that way, like towards the office. And I did not really like the layout of the door. So that's why I have no door. I don't like it.
okay. So
Can you
you
see it?
have no door at the moment. Okay.
No.
So you're walking in and straight in front of you, right down, you've got a chair, white chair, and a red
Yeah.
curtain.
Yeah.
And then you're turning round Okay.
There's a mirror.
And a
You can
mirror
see yourself in a mirror.
right in front of you. Okay. And a big window.
Yeah.
And then you've got your desk. Okay. And then you've got your, ooh, little
Messy.
toilet
I
cabinet
know.
there.
I know.
Ooh.
It's messy. Oh my God. I'm so embarrassed. I need to hide it. But it's so messy. Let me explain. It's so messy because I was moving and this is the last corner of the house, which I still haven't sorted. This is the last corner. So every time I'm getting on the phone, I'm running to this corner and I'm resolving, I'm sorting it out. So this is the last corner. And I thought,
Right.
you know what? I'll be real and I'll show that, yes, I have some clutter. So this is the corner which needs to be resolved. Let me just take you more around. And this will be, trust me, give me another month of me being in the UK, actually rather traveling, and you will see this all resolved. And that is my cupboard with all the folders, if you can see that.
Okay.
And now we are
Hmm.
all the way back.
Okay. All right. Good, good, good. All right. So if we so just looking at just probably just going by the door, actually it may just be easier for people to realize um to if we go as we go along. So if you just walk straight at that white chair that you have there, and
Yeah.
the red coat. So the corner right here with your white chair is your wealth and prosperity corner.
Okay.
So does that look wealthy and prosperous to you?
It's a very lonely chair.
It's
It's
a
a
very
very
lonely
lonely chair.
white chair.
White chair, exactly.
White chair, right? So you have got a little bit of red, which is good. You know, you've got your curtain there, which will bring a little bit of fire. But what you really kind of want to know, so within when we talk about the 9 areas, the energetic areas of your life, we will apply the same thing that we applied when we were downstairs in your whole house that we do in one kind of particular room. So what we'll do is when you're walking in, as you're walking in, this will be your self-development personal area. This area is actually half of your door, so it's kind of you're walking in because you've got that little wally thing, and really kind of here. A good thing to put there perhaps would be perhaps just some like a painting of mountain or something, reminds you, like a Buddha, something that reminds you, something that supports you in terms of, so you've got a little painting here. It's just little flowers, it's okay. But, if you're going to be putting something here, it would probably be better to have something that would support you in terms of your self-development. So I know you're quite into Buddhas and those kind of support from, perhaps, the ancestors and, people kind of a higher. So because otherwise you would have books and things like that in that area, but you can't really where you are. So perhaps look out for another picture to replace what you've got at the moment and put something a little bit more spiritual on that wall. Okay.
I
Okay.
like that. I like that.
Right.
Yeah. So
So
right here.
yeah, so replace that one by, something a little bit more spiritual on there.
Okay.
When you go, so where you have your mirror, actually, your mirror is where your family and ancestors area is. And so it's all about growth, and it's all about development. It's all about the roots, the things that you really want to be rooted. What I'd like you to find in your home, or I'd like you to look for, it's like a big plant. I'd like to find, and you can put it, because you've got the prosperity corner and the family areas are kind of in the same, one next to the other. So right in the corner will be your prosperity area. But I'd like you to find a nice plant, something big, something that's going to grow, something that, you want your business to grow, right? Okay, so perhaps, yes. So you've got that plant here, move it over there. That would be a much
Perfect.
better. Okay. And really, so move it near your mirror. And I would like you to actually, in your wealth corner area, it needs to be something that is going to kind of really brings you and make you think about prosperity, wealth. What is it that you want to achieve? I want you to put some gold. I want you to put some monies. Have you got a money tree perhaps somewhere in your home? Have you got a jewelry box that you have that perhaps you could have a nice jewelry box somewhere? What are you showing me there?
I'm just about to show you a little fountain,
Oh,
which I
okay.
call my
Yes.
money fountain, but I just never connected that because I don't know why. But I keep it here in the corner of the windowsill, like right there. But what I can do
Right.
maybe in that case, replace the chair with a little table for my little fountain here. What do you think?
Absolutely
Will that
fabulous.
help?
Yes, that will be
Or it's not
fabulous.
enough?
Absolutely.
Should I
And
put a
turn it
vision
on, turn
board?
it
Because
on.
I was also thinking to put a vision board here. I was going to do that. Ah.
Yeah, absolutely. Vision boards is good in
Yeah.
that area as well. Absolutely. Anything that is going to make you feel prosperous. So, perhaps you could have a little put your water
Hmm.
fountain. That's perfect. Water is all about business and it's moving water. So, don't leave dirty water. When you walk into a restaurant, Chinese restaurants, and you always see a fish tank, right? That's because it's prosperity, so it's
Yeah.
money. So we want kind of fresh money flowing into our businesses, and it's a lot of things that I had another client, and she actually worked with water, and she had walls full of water pictures, and actually it was just too much because she just had too much water in your business, and too much water can be quite dense, can be quite emotional. So we had to turn down a little bit of that water element to bring up a little bit of fire and actually, make the room a little bit more balanced. There's so much with too much water into a space, especially, for example, for a bedroom. Don't have too much blues or dark blues or blacks in your bedrooms, because that will really kind of affect your sleep and things like that. So prosperity corner, definitely replace the chair, put a nice little table, put your plant there, growing nice big growing plants who's going to grow. You could put your vision board there, which will be great. You could have, for example, a little mirror. So one really simple trick is a little mirror, and you can have a, a little £50 notes or something, or a little £100 notes, right, on top of the mirror, and you can put like a little money tree on top or something, some couple of crystals on top, and obviously it's a mirror, so your £100 notes becomes £200 notes, right? Mm-hmm. That's much nicer, isn't it? So it's a really nice way just to keep the money flowing and keep the money coming in.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
This was actually, I actually use this tree. It is. It really is because what I actually use, I do have £50 notes in an
Hey.
envelope, but it was on my desk under my
Ah,
plant. Yeah, because as long as I know that these areas, this top left corner would be money area, so that's why I keep this money under this plant, which is not money tree. My money tree right now is under the recovery because it was traveling. Unfortunately, it was with my foster mummy, and then unfortunately there was a little incident, and my money tree got a little bit damaged. So now it is in the
oh,
recovery. So at the meantime, there's a little other plant, but my money tree will come back here. So yes, I agree with you. Putting a little table here with my money fountain, with a money fountain, with a
yeah,
money tree, with
yeah.
money under the tree will be perfect. Thank you so much.
Yes, and just perhaps if you really want to spark it up, just bring a candle or something. Just and obviously a couple of matches, and then you can light the candle from time to time, and just sparkle your prosperity corner. It's a very, very simple, easy way to do it. Or you could have a nice big tall light. You've got some light. You could have a light in that corner, and you can light the light up in that corner as well, which would be really good.
Love it, love it. Wow. Okay, so this course will be transformed. Bye bye, chair.
Okay.
Thank
That's
you.
very good. I hope you're taking notes, right? You've got your pen and paper. Okay, we're
No,
going to the
because I'm
next
holding
corner.
the camera. Yes, let's go to the next
Uh,
corner. That
so
corner.
let's go to the next corner. So the top right-hand side corner, which is a little bit lonely at the moment, right?
It
Yeah.
is. It
Do you
is.
feel a bit of love in there?
That plant. It feels a
Yeah.
bit lonely, you're right. And that
Yeah.
plant used
Well,
to be there. And then I realized it was not speaking to me there. Don't know why.
yeah, it's your love corner, lovely. You need to put a bit of love in there. You need to put a bit of life in there. You need to bring a little bit of fire in there. So I'd
A
like you to
plant?
think,
What plant do for now?
not necessarily a plant, but I know you've got somebody nice in your life, and you've just been on holiday. You may have some nice pictures of the two of you that you could put a nice photo on the wall.
Ah.
Or
So
it could
right
be
there on the wall, just to put
exactly
some
on the
pictures.
yeah, put some pictures,
Oh.
something really lovely and something very romantic. It may not be a photo of the two of you. If you want, it could be two birds or two stones or two candles.
Mm.
Two people together could be a nice
Mm.
place to add a little bit of, a bit of love behind that corner and see, just keep
Yeah.
the warmth and corner, of love in your area as well. Give it a little
Yeah.
bit of love in that corner, right? So, and we want things like twos. So
Mm.
you something twos, right? It's two people, so you want two things, two candles. If you need to sparkle a little bit, but you're still young in love, so you may not need to sparkle your love life. But for those who may be married for a longer time,
Yeah.
who wants to spice things up, I had another client. Well, we put a few pimentos in there, in their love
Mm.
corners, just to spice things up.
Wow. Love
It's a
that. Love that.
it's just very simple things that make a
Yeah,
big, big difference. That's the thing, isn't it? And
absolutely.
so if you move around, and so we're going to get to that that corner,
I don't want
that
to get to
corner.
that corner. I
Yeah.
refuse. But yes, that corner, that messy
That
corner, which still
corner.
has to be sorted.
Yes. So
Look at
let me
that
just
mess.
say something. And I know you're moving houses and things like that. So that, it's not normally like that. But clutter is a huge thing, Olga, and people a lot keep a lot of things which don't necessarily need, but they keep it because it
Mm.
feels safe. It's something that is a habit. And you don't need all those things, and it's a real simple thing to do when you start decluttering. And is, do you ask yourself three questions? Do you love it? But love it, you're looking at it and you love it. It's just like it brings so much emotion that you can't get rid of it, right? Do you need it? So do those papers, do you need them? Are they insurance papers that you need? You need to keep insurance papers. Are they accountancy papers that you need to keep, right? If they don't, maybe it's time to let go, right? And do you use it? So again, when I do work with clients and we do their wardrobes, oh, those jeans, I haven't worn those jeans for 5 years. Well, if you haven't worn them for 5 years, get rid of them.
Wow.
But what, I may wear them again. Well, no, you won't wear them again. They were 5 years ago's pair of jeans. Don't do it. And it's really so we get attached. Things are very emotional, so we get very attached, and that's why it's important to declutter on a regular basis. So again, it's I give clients a little challenge, and that's 9 minutes for 9 days,
Yeah.
right? And it seems so simple. You just block your diary for 9 minutes, maybe lunchtime or maybe in the evening. And those 9 minutes, all you do is you looking at a pile and you're sorting that pile. You go in your kitchen, you open a drawer and you sort a drawer out. You look at your computer and you sort the files in your computers for 9 minutes for 9 days. So that's my challenge to you who are looking at me or looking at us today. with Olga. Let me know how you're getting on. And if you want to do a little bit more and really push yourself, you're doing 9 minutes for 18 days, and you can
Wow.
start, seeing the power. So that's the next step. But start with 9 days and 9 minutes. It's a great challenge to do, and actually, you'll see that pile in less than 9 days. It'll be gone. Less
True.
than 9 days. So you need to
True.
think also that area is your helpful people and your friend area and your travel area.
Mm.
So, again, we're not going to talk about the clutter, but what I'd like you to think about is, and you travel quite a lot, Olga, and I know in your little head you're already traveling somewhere else. Where do you want to go? Maybe have a map of the world on that area,
Oh.
I've got a big map of the world, on that corner, and, I kind of map it out. Where's the next destination? I know we've not been traveling that much, but I'm sure, Olga, just like me, you've been speaking in Dubai, in Mumbai,
Yeah.
in Canada, in the US. I mean, this week I'm in 6 different countries, talking to 6 different countries in 1 week, Olga. Isn't it
Wow.
incredible? You
It
know,
is. Yeah.
so, we may not travel physically, but we're still traveling around. So put a map and just really start seeing, where do you want to go? This is really cool. And you
Love
know what
that.
you can do there as well is have all your business cards, have all the people that you need help, your telephone directories. I know we probably don't have telephone directories anymore, but anything to do with business cards, networking, people that you need help from, put them in that
Yeah.
corner, right?
Love
That's a
that.
really
Love
good way
that.
to do it. Really good way to do it. And Olga, there was something else that is really cool to do, is if you find a little silver box in your home, or actually any box, and then you can put some foil paper around, right?
Oh, okay.
Open it up and actually put the names of the people you want help from,
Oh,
right?
wow.
Or you find a business cards and you want, I'd like to do business with that person, or I'd like to do this with that person. And you put it in there, put it in that corner, and see the magic happen. I mean, it was
Mm.
incredible. I did that a couple of years ago, and I was looking for a mentor, and I'd done my little box with all sorts of different people locally that I wanted to do work with, and you know and I found a mentor, this amazing director, who said yes, that he'd mentor me. And a few weeks after we started doing that mentoring, I went to my box and I was putting more people in, and I was looking through it, and actually he was in my box. He was
Wow.
actually in my box, and not as a mentor, but because he was a local businessman. I thought he may be helpful one day, or that we could do business together one day, and blow me away. He was there. Incredible.
Wow. I love that. I love that. Okay. Now I will do it, definitely. I can think of some people already. Exciting.
Exactly. We all need help. We all need support. We all need people to actually, help us out to get that prosperity, right? You need to get some friends and to support you. So, really kind of fire up anything silver, anything gray, that's kind of that metal element. It's where you'd like to add some of that in that corner.
Good, good. Exciting. Oh my God, I can't wait now. Thank you. And I hope everybody is making notes right now because this is very, very valuable information.
How long have we got, Olga?
Well, I think maybe another 10 minutes, just to finish
Okay.
off, because last time we were really optimistic to do 3 areas. So let's just keep to the office only today. Yes. Do you
So
want me to move on?
why don't you just sit down back on your desk, and then
Oh,
we can just
okay.
have a look at the desk, because the desk is also, you can actually feng shui your desk, and that's kind of you take in the bagua, so the bagua that we use for the 9 areas of your life, and you will actually, like, you put your little plants on the left hand side, top left hand side corner, with your little money. This will be your
Hmm.
prosperity corner. So you would do the same thing from the left personal development. You may have some books, for example, something you're studying. Perfect. And then you're going to have your family of your ancestors. So you may have a photo of your son. That's it. And then you will have your prosperity corner. So you may just have your little money plant, and you may even have a calculator, or you may have a little money plant, money, money, money. Absolutely. So behind you, absolutely, you've got some lamps. So that's our fame area. So that's great to have, a little bit of light and a little bit of candles. That's super done. And then to the top right hand side, look at that gorgeous little photo of the two of you. Absolutely perfect way to feng shui your desk. Absolutely. And of course, we talked about the helpful and friend and creativity. So here you will have your little pencils, yes, creative, and then yes, your business cards there right on the left hand side. And obviously when you're sitting yourself in the middle of the desk, you are in your career area, and this is what you do. This is your business. This is where you get it all started. So you know what you can do to add, because you've already feng shui your desk so beautifully, Olga. What you could add there is actually print off a little bagua with the different colors. Print one off, and actually put one little intentions to every single bagua areas, and put it right under your glass top, under your computer.
Oh, yeah, I love that. Little intention for the area, right?
Yeah, that's it. Just a little intentions for each of the area, and you put it under your computer. You got a nice glass top, haven't you? So it won't, you don't need to laminate it. I mean, you could laminate it if you had, but just put it underneath, and then it stays there. And it's a nice little reminder to also, keep your little intentions there, and it's important to do that as well, when you're doing, whether you're doing decluttering, what is the intention behind everything that you do? So when you're removing things, what do I want? Why do I remove this? And what do I want to put in place? And so there's always intentions behind it. And I think this is the powerful part of the feng shui as well, is it's all about how we feel. It's all about the energy. So put some great energy into it, really kind of be very intentional when you're putting things, when you're moving things, when you're shifting things. And all those little shui moves will make little changes which ripple, and ripple again. It's beautiful. It really is amazing.
Love it, love it. And you know what's interesting? What you mentioned about the bagua and intentions really works, because actually, I do have my own bagua, and this is the intention, like my vision board, which is always in my work area, which has obviously all the 9 areas and little intentions. And everybody who's watching us right now, it was so spooky when you put these intentions in the right areas on your paper.
Yes.
I will follow your advice to put it under each area, but even by keeping them all in one area, it is so spooky. When I was finishing my last year, when I looked at all areas, I was like, oh my God. Things literally happen because they're in a right order on that paper. And that's why I think even when we do vision boards, I strongly believe we have to do them in a bagua way.
Exactly.
Because every area should be in the right energy area, right? So I will definitely follow your advice to put little intentions under each area on my desk, but I think I will still keep them all together.
Yes, sorry, I must have explained myself, but that's what I meant. Just print off one big bagua on an A4 page, and then use that one under your computers. You can also do it in each individual areas. That's absolutely fine as well, with however you're doing it. But even like you said, so your big vision board, do it using the bagua area. Your monthly intentions, do it, in the bagua area, because then it becomes, and I think that's the thing that, I'd like to people to really kind of start doing. It becomes a lifestyle. You don't even have to call it Feng Shui.
Yeah.
It just feels good for me, so I'm doing it. Right?
Yeah. Exactly, exactly. I like the fact that you mentioned like your goal or your target, like in terms of intention, because usually on my lamp right in front of me, right now it's empty just for privacy reasons, really. But usually I do keep on my lamp, literally on my eye level, a number of how much I would like to manifest this month. And I write on a check to Olga Geidane for coaching and speaking services, and I put the amount. And every month I put it the last day of the month, so I have this intention in front of me every month for the entire
Mm.
month. And I must say that's really, right now it's empty because obviously I knew I will be showing it to you because I was preparing this, like, is it good or not? But it's interesting how you mentioned that, because yeah, that's exactly what actually helps me to kind of look sometimes at that amount, thinking like, okay, yeah, it's on the way, it's coming, it's coming here.
Mm. And you know, a lot of the time I did a training session with a large corporate organization, and that was the actual, that was it. It was developing your objective through NLP and Feng Shui. So, you know, I got them to create a bagua, and then I got them to close their eyes, and then running through the bagua for each of the intentions, and actually feel it, see it, taste it, use the five senses for each of their objective to actually bring that just writing in paper to life, and to actually, you know, visualizing it as if it already happened. So it was a great exercise. You can do that with teams so easily, and that means that everybody's doing it at the same time as well. It's a great, powerful team exercise.
Oh, I can imagine. I can see how everybody gets involved. They not
Mm.
only think about their personal intentions and goals, but also think in that case about business intentions. And that can be so powerful when the entire
Mm.
team is in tune where the business is going, then the whole business will work a lot better. The
That's
productivity
it.
will go up, the effectiveness will go up, and also relationships within, you know, the different levels of management within the entire business will be so
Mm.
much better. The power of Feng Shui is incredible. And I'm so grateful we have people like yourself, Claire, who can come to organizations and help them to really improve and shift everything within the business. That's so powerful.
Yeah, thank you, Olga, for the opportunity to talk about this. It really feels, you know, it is time where people are looking for more alternative and a more holistic approach to, you know, be more productive. And you know it yourself, you know, when you're good in yourself, you will be good. You will give great service to your clients. They'll be happy. They'll talk about you. You know, there's no two ways about it. So, you know, it's just seems so simple to do, but again, you know, it's good to have somebody to guide you and really be able to help you to get there a little bit quicker than if you're doing on your own kind of things.
Absolutely. 100%. 100%. But thank you so much, Claire, for today. That was absolutely remarkable. I have a few areas to work on and I'll be improving them for sure.
Yes.
But now, could you please tell us how people can get in touch with you and what can you do for them before we finish off this show?
Sure. So, I mean, yes, on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, you'll find me on all the social media platform, of course. And so, or just message me if you've got any questions. I do have a little home office productivity survey. So perhaps, Olga, we could share that link into the chat box afterwards. It's just sometimes we don't realize that the setup of our home office is actually costing us money. Just as simple as that, you know, is your home office actually costing you money because it's not set up, it's not helping you be more productive? And also for organizations, you know, when you start bringing some of those principles into, it does make your communication so much better, it makes your team so much better, and it makes your customers more loyal and happy. So, you know, yeah, let's take a look together, you know, how you can really kind of reducing those physical and emotional stresses to increase your productivity, profitability, make more money, make your customers more happy, and everybody will be happy.
Exactly. With simple changes. And what's the most amazing thing that you will not have to innovate anything. You will not have to, create something absolutely brand new. All you will have to do is just a few changes, which you'll be advised on. So that's very, very powerful. Thank you so much, Claire, for this.
It was super, super nice to see you, and take some photos before and after, and actually also take a little diary of what's happening to you, what kind of synchronicity, what things are starting to move, and what people giving you a call now that you haven't heard for a while, and see, how much prosperity, maybe a new cash, new check coming into your bank account that you were not expecting. It'd
I
be really
love
cool to
that.
see.
Love that. Absolutely love. In that case, I'll be starting with, as we said right in the beginning, replacing the picture and working on my wealth corner and working on my relationship corner
Yeah.
here, putting the plant over to the wealth area. So yeah, I'll be playing with the areas around me. But last question before we go, can I keep this plant here? Because I do like it how it shows up in my videos. What do you think?
So maybe put something else behind you. The area where you're actually sitting here is your creativity and your children, your fun areas, and it's a nice place to add more more creativity and fun things to there. I mean, you can have a plant there. I mean, again, it's all about how it feels for you. So don't go painting walls pink and purples and blues because somebody told you that corner was supposed to be that color. Please don't do that.
No.
But feel, see how it feels, and perhaps maybe find some a picture which will represent this, or anything round actually in that area, anything metal in that area. If you've got anything that you want to start, so starting a new program, a new business, those kind of things could be a good area to add a little bit of metal in that area. Or actually your mirror. I'm just thinking the mirror as well that you've got in front of you, but you've got something behind you, haven't you? Without putting the mirror in full length of your background, you could have it a little bit on the side. This could be, I'm just trying to think if it'd be a better place. You can try and see how it is, how it feels for you.
Exactly.
Because you want something
Exactly.
in your
Let's play
background
with
who's
that.
gonna,
Let's play.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the mirror behind you may be a little bit too much. You may just be reflecting a little bit too much with the camera and everything. That's it may not be but something fun, something that you want to get started would be a good idea there.
Wonderful. I will definitely keep this in mind and I will definitely make a few changes. And I'm really excited to start doing it right away. So thank you so much, Claire. You, as always, are fabulous. You, as always, are shining the bright
Thank
expertise,
you.
bright knowledge, and bright energy of you. So thank you so much for this. Everybody, you should really think about contacting Claire because, as you can see, it seems like my desk was okay, my office was okay, and yet there are still some areas to work on. So I'm sure if you contact Claire, you'll find out some areas in your office should be improved as well. Remember, my office was just an example, but the layout of your office could be completely different depending what the door is, depending what the everything else is. So contact Claire to get more help. So actually she can help you to shift the energy and to help you thrive in your business and in your life.
Yeah. Thank you
Wonderful.
so
So
much.
thank you.
Speak to you soon.
Thank you. Absolutely. Speak to you soon. Speak to you next month. Speak to you next month because every second Wednesday of the month at 1 p.m. UK time, we are going live for you. And Claire, what do you think? Shall we do my bedroom next time?
I think we shall. I think we should. I think we should. Those are the big part of it. So the bedroom, the kitchen, and your office. They're the big, areas to be done. So we could certainly have a little look at your bedroom.
Let's do that. Let's do that. So tune in next month, second week of the month on Wednesday, 1 p.m. UK time. You will see fabulous Claire and myself helping you how to feng shui your bedroom. Thank you for watching today. Please make sure you share this video with at least one person so you can help them to improve and thrive in their life, their business, and their relationships with the power of feng shui. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next month.